Hi, I live in Plano, Texas. It's May 1st. Air conditioning season's coming, and I needed to clean my outside compressor and condenser coil. That's the compressor. That's all the refrigerant piping running to it, and the wiring to the condenser fan. The condenser fan pulls air across these condenser coils. They're U-shaped. This is a high SEER unit. It's about 10 years old. I've never cleaned the coils. Should do it every year. Here's where the refrigerant pipe comes out of the house. The unit's up in the attic. That's a filter dryer, the can thing. The cable is from the thermostat in the furnace upstairs. It tells the unit to turn on. Always turn off your disconnect. The disconnect's right there in the off position. As you can see, right next to the condenser is the vent dryer for the clothes dryer. And over the years, you can see the regular dust that's built up on this coil. Also notice that these coils are real easy to damage, bend. This aluminum fin right here is really thin, so be careful. Don't bend that up. It just hurts airflow through it. This, like I said, this is a 10-year-old Carrier Puron unit, which is R134A or R410 refrigerant. These are real simple units. This is a 4-ton unit. Has a little hat over the compressor and some debris in it. I'll clean out with my handy dandy vacuum. And this, I vacuumed most of this off. I stopped so you can see it. This is lint from the dryer. I'll vacuum it off with my handy dandy shop vacuum and a brush attachment. And I'll do that while you listen. Okay, I've turned the vacuum off. I've vacuumed the coils as best I can. You really don't want to damage those, and I'm going to rinse it off with water anyway. The vacuuming is just to get the big chunks, because there's no use trying to wash out. As you can see, this is a double layer coil, and you really don't want to wash dirt into it. So that's why I vacuumed it as best I could. Now, the condenser fan is in a metal housing. What the outside looks like, and it's bolted on. The wire guard holds it up off of the unit. I've already taken it out. That's what it looks like. It had a lot of crud in it too. I'll wash that off. And that's just a big picture. I took a stick and propped up the top of the condenser fan. Your condenser will be built differently, and it doesn't have a quick disconnect on the condenser fan, so I've had to leave the wire connected, but it gives me access to wash from the inside out. The important thing is washing these coils, blowing them out, and I'm going to use an air compressor and blow them out, the dust from the inside out, because it got sucked in from the fan pulling outside air through the face and out the top of this condenser. So I definitely want to go push out the way it came in. That way it doesn't lodge any dirt in it. It's about 12:20. The outside temperature is about 74 degrees, and it's overcast with the sun coming out. Really haven't run the air conditioner but a few hours this year just to pull the heat out of the house at night. Okay, now I'm blowing the dirt out of the condenser coil from the inside out, and what I'm using is just a little air compressor I used to fill up an air tank and my tires, and it's running. and you have to wait on it. It doesn't hold much air. Like I said, you can kind of see the amount of dirt that's coming out of this coil. And the key things, just take your time. The last thing you want to do is wash it with water, but it's going to be a lot easier and a lot less mud caked in there that I have to wash out if I do it with this air compressor. And it's blowing a good amount of dirt out of this coil. What the coil's made out of is aluminum coils with aluminum fins, and they're painted black, which is fading as it gets older. And this is how the compressor, which is that, rejects the heat from your house. Okay, I finished blowing out from inside out this condenser coil with the air compressor. You just have to be careful. Don't blow so hard that it bends these fins, because they're real delicate. They bend real easily. Sun's come out. I've disconnected the air conditioner, the condensing unit and compressor. I've gotten all my electrical out of the way. It's sitting over there, disconnected, unplugged, and I brought my water over to start rinsing, and I'm going to rinse real gentle from the inside out to start with, and I'll show you that after we get started. So what I'm doing now is rinsing the dirt. There was a lot of mud and grass at the bottom, and on a lot higher pressure than I'm rinsing the coil. I'm just trying to wash that out of the bottom of this unit, clean the outside a little. Now I'm washing the sides of the coils. As you can see, I've got it on a pressure that's not hurting anything. And I'll rinse from inside out, although these are double roll coils. It's going to be a little harder to rinse all the way through them than a single row coil. Okay, I'll just keep rinsing from the inside out and then down the side of the coil until I don't see any more dirt coming out.